Hey guys, it's Terry here. It's election night. Not that that's really important. I think it's pretty useless. I don't know why all the big fuss. The media likes to make a big fuss. Big Pharma likes to make some good money. 50% of all the advertising going on during election time right now is, of course, Big Pharma telling everybody drugs are their best option. Isn't that nice? Certainly against the mandate of health. Let's talk about who's going to win. I already told everybody Obama was going to win. That is more or less the certainty. It's been a certainty for a long time. I also explained to you democracy and all the voting is all rigged and it's a joke. And for those who don't believe me, there's some great documentaries out there. Go and see for yourself. Speaking of rigging of the votes, though, I did get some very credible stuff from people I trust in this past week about some of the voting machines being played with, tampered, producing some funny results. So if McCain won, I wouldn't actually be that surprised. Of course, having said all that, I don't really give a crap who wins either way because, as you all know if you've been to any of my events, that it doesn't matter. They are two heads to the exact same dragon. There will be no change whatsoever. This is all just marketing, hype, and they're only puppets at the end of the day, and the puppet master makes the decisions, and he's got control over both of these people through family lines, through all kinds of different ways. Ron Paul was the only real bastion of change and sound principles, and of course the media blocked him like no tomorrow to make sure he couldn't win. Very sad state of affairs. You want to learn more about that, you can go on YouTube, Google versus media, Ron Paul, that kind of stuff. You find some amazing charts and stats. Anyway, today's not about the election. I want to let you know that things, exactly as I've been telling you about the economy, are still on pace, on par. They're not going to change. We may see an uptick for a little while. It may be really short. It may happen in a matter of days and then back down. But I'll tell you, there's nothing but bad news on the way. So for those of you who haven't yet sold your mutual funds, God knows why you haven't, but if you haven't, you might find a good selling opportunity. If you wait for it, it could be fool's gold and it could be a real foolish game because the next time it drops again, it's going to drop down further than the current levels. In fact, some experts that I trust, and I tend to agree with them to a pretty large extent, say it might drop as much as another 50%. That's 50. Even if we're half wrong, that's still a lot more dropping. It's certainly not going up. And as all of you know, inflation. Inflation, 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 inflation. If people didn't listen to anything else and didn't understand anything else, I know inflation seems to be complicated for some people to get, but as soon as you get that, you will understand what's going on in the world and that you need to make some real serious moves and changes in your life. What those changes are, I don't really care. Just make sure I'm the first person you talk to when you're looking for a solution. We've got a lot of them. I'm connected to many things and have many things you probably haven't seen or heard about from me as of yet. So I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to be a solution provider. And I don't care what you take action on, but you do need to take action. For you, for the sake of your family, for all those years you worked hard accumulating the wealth that you do have. And for those who don't have wealth, quit saying you don't need to pay attention to this. This could still be a great opportunity. And even if it isn't, if you're in a bad place now, you're going to get in a worse place? Or could this also be your catalyst to make a real big change in your life? Because once the pain comes, you're going to realize it's just not what you want for your life. So even for those who don't have huge capital, even if you're young without assets, there's no excuse to ignore these things. Just go and find businesses, opportunities, niches, reasons for you to go and do something different and create some wealth. And small amounts of money right now in the right places could produce major, major results. Greatest wealth transference in history is going on right now. The question is it going to be transferred to you or from you? That's your decision to make, guys. Anyway, on the topic of inflation, I want to leave you with this. Inflation's super important, and I'm going to be sending out an email in the next few days. It'll be very detailed. It's going to be some pictures, some text, some graphs, some charts, a whole pile of great things, but it's going to really drive this inflation lesson home. I'm probably going to then put it into a video, but here's my favor I want to ask of you. The whole world needs this information right now. Not one person in 1,000 understands it, probably even less than that. I know some very astute investors who really don't get it. They're drastically underestimating it. They don't understand where it comes from, how it happens, and what's going to happen, and how bad it can get. Remember, just because we haven't seen it bad doesn't mean it can't get there. And again, it doesn't mean I'm 100% right and it won't. But I'll tell you what, we plan for rainy days, we dream about sunny days. So get planning. When I send out this email, do you guys realize if everybody told 1, 2, 3 people, not even big numbers, and got that number of people out to my event, how many more people would change overnight and have their lives change, protected, helped in some way. And of course, we work really hard to bring the quality and the value, and I'm researching 80 hours a week often, trying to stay on top of things for you guys. I'm trying to get the message out, and I need your help. So when I send out that email this week, I need it to go viral. What does viral mean? Viral means send it to every single person you know. Everybody. There's no embarrassment in this thing. This is just a pure, irrefutable, easily to understand evidence of where we're going right now in our economy. How far we'll go, who knows, but we're going there. I can just assure you that with 10,000% certainty, it's an inevitable fact already. $5 trillion later, and that number might even multiply by another 5. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. If that happens, big problems. Big, big problems. Those who are in status quo mode are going to get killed. Make sure those people who are getting slaughtered are not your friends, your family, and all these people you thought and prejudged wouldn't listen, wouldn't look at it, wouldn't understand it, wouldn't care. You got to stop facing. You got to start facing other people's criticism. Stop making your decision based on maybe, kind of, sort of, would-haves. For the 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 people who make a comment, delete, ignore. Okay? Big deal. Because what you're doing is really helping them. When you see this email, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I've been working on this thing for a little while, and when it's ready to go, please pass it on to everybody that you know. Anyway, guys, Terry Tillard here. Look out this week. We've got lots of big things coming. Conference call on Thursday. That major email, some other big emails, some other stuff on membership coming out real soon. So, want to see you out, guys. Start taking some action. Get in contact with me. It's your friend, Terry Tillard from healthandwealth.ca, signing out. I'm here to help. Get a hold of me. Bye.